The story opens by introducing a quiet, intelligent boy named Tom, who is on his way to school like any normal day. As he reaches the campus, he notices a girl approaching him. She casually tells him that she's heard he's really good at studies and asks if he could help her sometime. Later that evening, Tom goes to her house, but the moment he steps inside, something feels off. He sees her brother lying on the floor, completely unconscious. Shocked and confused, Tom panics and tries to understand what's going on. While moving through the house, he suddenly notices a man stepping out of a room, secretly recording something on his phone. Just seconds later, another man appears. Both men are wearing masks. The moment they notice Tom, everything turns chaotic. They pull out guns and start shooting. Acting on pure instinct, Tom runs for his life, trying to escape and reach the police. But the attackers chase him down and brutally shoot him. The film doesn't reveal who they are at this point, keeping their identities hidden. Tom collapses on the spot and loses consciousness. When he finally wakes up, he sees his grandmother sitting beside him, trying to stay strong. The doctor assures them that his life is no longer in danger, but then reveals something disturbing. At the time of the shooting, Tom's phone was pressed close to his ear. When the bullet struck the device, tiny fragments of the phone were driven into his brain. The doctors explain that these pieces cannot be safely removed. Sadly, there's nothing more they can do medically. After being discharged, Tom returns home with his grandmother. On the way, he notices something strange. The radio frequencies inside the car appear visible to him, almost like glowing waves. When he gets home, the same thing happens again. Signals, rays, and invisible data suddenly seem visible to his eyes. Completely overwhelmed, Tom can't understand what's happening to him. Exhausted and irritated, he eventually falls asleep. The next morning, his grandmother tells him the truth about that night. Lucy, the girl who asked for help, was attacked and forced by someone. She believes Tom should go and check on her condition. Concerned, Tom visits Lucy's house, where he finds her brother awake and talking normally. As they speak, Tom realizes something unbelievable. He can clearly see the Wi-Fi signals inside the house. After briefly meeting Lucy, Tom heads back home. But when he looks out of his bedroom window, he can see signals everywhere, spreading through the air. Unable to handle it, he faints and collapses. This strange condition is caused by the mobile fragments embedded in his brain. Soon after, Tom experiences a sudden vision involving a notorious student from his school, a troublemaker known for harassing others. That's when Tom connects the dots. He realizes that on the night Lucy was attacked, her brother was also present. Tom shares his theory with his closest male friend, but instead of believing him, his friend brushes it off, saying it's just his imagination and nothing more. Later, as they sit on the school bus, every student is busy on their phones. Tom, however, sees something no one else can: digital signals flowing through the air. Lost in his thoughts, he begins to realize that his life will never be normal again. Meanwhile, Tom's best friend tells him about a party happening that evening and asks if he'll come along. Tom doesn't give a clear answer and simply says he's not sure. The next day at school, the classroom is filled with students glued to their phones. But Tom isn't paying attention to everyone. His focus is locked on that same troublemaker from school. Using his strange new ability, Tom starts observing what the boy is watching and what kind of activity he's involved in. Deep down, Tom suspects that this guy had something to do with what happened to Lucy. Suddenly, the bad boy receives a video on his phone. When Tom taps into his power and looks closer, he realizes the horrifying truth. The video is evidence of what happened to Lucy that night. The moment Tom understands this, anger takes over him. In rage, he concentrates all the energy around him. Digital waves and signals gather together, and within seconds, the bad boy's phone begins to overheat. The device crashes completely. Watching this, Tom feels a sense of satisfaction. For the first time, he realizes the full potential of his power. He can manipulate signals and destroy anyone's phone if he wants. Later that night, Tom decides to attend the party his best friend mentioned. While looking around, something catches his attention. He notices a group of boys standing together, and their shoes look exactly like the ones worn by the masked men Tom saw at Lucy's house that night. This detail confirms Tom's suspicions. His anger rises again. Tom starts staring intensely at the bad boy. Feeling uncomfortable, the boy walks up to Tom and asks what his problem is. The situation heats up quickly, and a fight is about to break out. Just in time, Tom's best friend steps in and pulls them apart, stopping things from getting worse. Tom leaves the party and heads back home. Once again, the strange visions return. He can see digital signals in the air, numerical calculations forming automatically in his mind, and even tiny details invisible to normal human eyes. Slowly, Tom starts understanding how to use these abilities, not just to see data, but to control it. Using his power, he learns basic hacking techniques within moments. That night, Tom sends a message to the bad boy's phone. "I'm watching you." He doesn't reveal his identity. He sends the same warning message to the phones of the boy's friends as well. After that, Tom goes to meet Lucy. Trying to lift her mood, he suggests they go out and take a break. Lucy hesitates and says she can't return to school yet. Tom gently encourages her, reminding her that her studies matter, that they have exams to clear together, and most importantly, that she's strong enough to face this. After talking, they start walking away together. Suddenly, they run into the same bad boy and his group of friends. Pretending to be sympathetic, they say they feel bad about what happened to Lucy and claim they'll try to find whoever is responsible. Tom knows they're lying. Unable to control his anger, he tells them to leave and stop acting. Hearing this, the bad boy loses his temper. He steps forward, and without warning, a fight breaks out between him and Tom. Tom quickly pulls Lucy away from the situation and safely drops her back at her house. Once he makes sure she's okay, he starts heading home. But on the way, something suspicious catches his attention. He notices the same bad boy and his group trying to steal a car. They break the lock, get inside, and are just about to drive away. That's when Tom decides to act. Using his powers, he remotely locks the car, trapping them inside. The boys panic and try to escape, but nothing works. Watching all this from a distance, Tom almost enjoys the moment. Then he takes it a step further. By manipulating the energy around the vehicle, Tom increases the internal heat. The system malfunctions, and the car crashes nearby. Now the boys are stuck inside, surrounded by unbearable heat. Suddenly, the car radio turns on by itself, and Tom's voice comes through. "So, you're the ones who hurt Lucy." Hearing this, they freeze in fear. They realize the mysterious hacker is the same person who's been targeting them. Terrified, they finally confess and admit everything. Tom then demands to know who their boss is, the man who supplied them with weapons and ordered all of this. Shaking with fear, they reveal that he's a powerful drug dealer. After getting the information he needs, Tom leaves them there and heads home, determined to bring the real criminal down. The next day, Tom reaches the area where the drug dealer lives. First, he messes with the dealer's car, deliberately making it filthy. Then he secretly records everything and projects the footage directly onto the dealer's screen using his abilities. Furious after seeing his car ruined, the dealer storms outside, but finds no one there. That's when Tom sneaks into the house. Inside, he cuts the power, shatters the lights, and destroys valuable equipment. He then finds packets of drugs, splits them into smaller bundles, and secretly plants them in the dealer's house, as well as in the homes of his associates. After that, Tom tips off the police anonymously. Soon, the police raid the houses and discover the drugs. Everyone involved is arrested on the spot, but Tom doesn't stop there. Using his hacking skills, he empties the drug dealer's bank accounts. Completely confused and desperate, the dealer calls his boss and explains that everything has gone wrong. The boss calmly responds and tells him not to worry, promising to send another shipment of drugs. Tom intercepts the communication and learns the exact location where the drugs will arrive. Covering his face, Tom reaches that location before anyone else. But unexpectedly, the drug dealer recognizes him. A brutal fight breaks out, and Tom is badly beaten. Injured and weak, Tom uses his powers one last time, increasing the electromagnetic waves around them. The intense energy causes severe pain in their bodies, forcing them back. Still, Tom is badly hurt. On his way, he collapses and loses consciousness. The next morning, Tom regains his senses and somehow manages to return home. But what he sees there sends chills down his spine. The drug dealer and his boss are already at his house, threatening his family. The gang leader steps forward and calmly tells Tom that he already knows everything about him. He says he's aware of Tom's abilities, how he can control digital waves, hack phones, and even drain bank accounts within seconds. Then he makes his demand clear. He orders Tom to use those powers to steal money from random people and transfer it directly into his account. And if Tom refuses, the consequences will be deadly. To prove his point, the boss reveals the truth. Lucy has been kidnapped. Not just Lucy, but Tom's grandmother as well. Hearing this, Tom is completely shaken. The boss gives him no time to think and pressures him to transfer the money immediately. Left with no choice, Tom pretends to cooperate. But while accessing the digital network, he secretly uses his abilities to track the signal and alert the police. Soon, the police trace the location and rush toward the area. Before they arrive, the boss smirks and tells Tom something even more shocking. He explains how he discovered Tom's identity in the first place. The real betrayal, he says, came from someone Tom trusted the most, his own best friend. Greed drove him to sell Tom out for money. The boss repeats his threat. If Tom refuses to transfer the funds, Lucy will die. The boss tries calling the bad boy, the one holding Lucy captive, but there's no response. Worried, he takes his men and forces Tom to come along. When they reach the location, they realize something has gone wrong. The police are already nearby. However, Lucy is no longer there. She has been hidden by the gang. In the chaos, one of the criminals drops his gun. Lucy grabs it before anyone can react and points it at them. With tears in her eyes but strength in her voice, she confronts them. She reminds them that she was their classmate, someone who trusted them like family. She tells them that she recognized them the very first day, by their voices, but stayed silent because she couldn't believe the truth. She demands an apology, saying she won't forgive them otherwise. Overwhelmed with guilt and fear, they apologize. Lucy then walks out, free at last, but her relief is short-lived. Suddenly, the drug lord's boss appears in front of her and grabs her again. At that exact moment, Tom arrives at the scene. The boss tightens his grip and gives Tom one final warning. Transfer every last bit of money into his account right now, otherwise Lucy won't survive. Hearing the final threat, Tom completely loses control. His anger reaches a breaking point. In a single moment, he releases a massive surge of energy and remotely blasts all of their mobile phones. The explosion of digital power injures everyone standing there, and their devices are completely destroyed. Taking advantage of the chaos, Tom grabs Lucy and tries to leave. But before they can escape, the boss attacks from behind. This time, Tom decides there will be no mercy. He gathers every signal, every electromagnetic wave around him, and unleashes it all at once. The impact is devastating. The boss, his men, and even the bad boy are killed instantly. The danger finally comes to an end, but the effort drains Tom completely, and he collapses, losing consciousness. The next morning, Tom wakes up in the hospital. Sitting beside him is his grandmother, safe and alive. Seeing her brings relief to Tom's eyes. Days pass, and slowly, life begins to return to normal. Sometime later, Tom is once again on his way to Lucy's house. On the road, he runs into his former best friend. Broken with guilt, the boy begs Tom to forgive him. He admits his mistake, saying he was blinded by money and doesn't even understand why he betrayed him. Tom stops him right there. He calmly tells him that he already knew the truth. That day at Lucy's house, his so-called friend was present and secretly recording everything. Tom explains that he stayed silent because he trusted him and gave him one last chance to change. But that chance was wasted. Tom makes it clear that real friends don't betray each other. He tells him never to come in front of him again. After walking away, Tom finally meets Lucy. Together, they spend peaceful moments, leaving the pain of the past behind. For the first time, both of them feel free. And with that, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.